Chapter 3. The Ruby Fails. In the red shaft of the Rainbow Prison, Ian Hunter knelt in front of an ancient tree, holding a dying street urchin in his arms. That boy, Rajiv by name, had just reached out his hand to touch the cheek of Ian's wife, whose ghostly form, insubstantial and seemingly insensible, was sitting inside the tree's hollow trunk. Though Ian had tried desperately, he had been unable to rouse his wife from her magical sleep. But at Rajiv's touch, Martha Hunter had opened her eyes and whispered,
"There you are."
The Last Hunt, which is the fourth and concluding volume of the Unicorn Chronicles, at least of this storyline, picks up right where Book 3, Dark Whispers, left off. In fact, the two of them make one gigantic story about Beloved's invasion of Luster and how the unicorns resist, and brings together all the threads that have been building for 4 books and, embarrassingly, about 16 years now. Ian's gut tightened. He had to get them out of here before it was too late for the boy. Aching to hold his wife, but knowing that her form was less substantial than mist, he whispered her name, packing a world of love and longing into that one small word. "Martha."
"Ian,"
she whispered back, and he winced at the fear he heard blossoming in her voice.
"Ian, where am I? Why is everything so red?"
"You are in the Rainbow Prison, my love. At least, your spirit is. I came to fetch you, but we're going to have to work together to escape."
When you write a book and you're finished, usually in some ways you want to get away from it, but it's a joy to be able to go back into the story with wonderful readers around you and re-experience it through their voices and through their talents. So the book comes to life for you in a new way, and it refreshes it completely at a time when you're often kind of tired of it. He wanted to weep, to scream. Had they come so far, survived so much for this? Kneeling in front of the tree trunk, placing his hand close to the cheek he could not touch, Ian whispered,
"I'm sorry, Martha. I'm so sorry."
Before she could answer, a moan from Rajiv caught his attention. When he turned to ask if the boy's condition had worsened, the look on Fallon's face frightened him.
"Is he—"
Fallon shook his head.
"He still lives, but I fear it will not be for long. I think—"
I'll be a little louder, Brett. "Ian!"
Spinning toward the tree, Ian Hunter was astonished to see his wife fading from sight. He flung himself toward her and reached into the tree trunk. She vanished, even as he tried to close his hands around her. Ian sank to the ground and leaned against the trunk, staring at the space where his wife, who he had crossed 2 worlds to find, had, quite literally, just faded away. It's been a huge thing to do this because the recording is 14 hours long. 14 action-packed, absolutely fabulous, emotionally wrenching, sometimes hilarious hours of recording. And we hope you're all going to enjoy it.